Question number 2 says circle, then graph the pair of equations that are parallel. So let's look at the equations. I have 5 of them. Y equals negative x plus 2. Y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. Y equals 2 over 3x minus 5. Y equals x minus 6. Y equal negative 2 over 3x minus 7. Which two equations are parallel to each other? The second and third. Do we agree on that? And why is that? And what's the slope for the second and third? Yeah, 2 over 3. And the slope for this one is also 2 over 3. Okay? You see that both equations have the same slope of 2 over 3. The last one, not a parallel line. It's a negative, and that's totally different direction, right? Positive is going up, negative is going down. They're not parallel to each other. They're going to cross. Okay? All right. Sorry?
Would that make it perpendicular?
No. But we'll talk about perpendicular lines. Good, thinking though. That's a good thinking there. You'll see why. You'll see what's the difference between perpendicular lines. They're going to be negative each other, right? One is going to be positive, the other is going to be negative, but the slope is going to be a little bit different. Okay? We'll talk about that. All right, so let's graph this. So I'm going to have okay, so tell me, where do I start with y equals 2x plus 2? 2 over 3x plus 2, sorry. So where am I starting? What's my y-intercept here? What's my y-intercept? 2. My y-intercept is 2, so I'm going to have to start at that 2. And then what does the slope tell me I have to do? Up to 3 to the right. Okay? So if you look at this, your y-intercept is 2. And then your slope says you're going to go up to 3 to the right. Because that's your rise over your run. Okay? You guys remember this? So if I go up 1, 2, and I go 1, 2, 3. Okay? So I went from my y-intercept, I went up 2, and then over to the right 3. So this is my first equation, which is y equals 2 over 3x plus 2. Now my second equation is y equals 2 over 3x minus 5. Where's my y-intercept for that one? The y-intercept is at negative 5. Okay? So negative 5 is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So this is where my y-intercept is. And then my slope tells me what? Up 2, 3 to the right. So it's the same slope. Up 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 to the right. Okay? I can go one more. Up 2, 1, 2, 3 to the right. Okay? So if I graph this, Okay? If you look at these two lines, okay, they are parallel. Okay? Even if I expand it, as long as I want to expand it, as long as I'm graphing properly, they're never going to meet. Okay? And the reason for that is because they have the same slope, which means they have the same steepness. Okay? Do you guys see that?
But if the slope is the same
Mm-hmm.
and the y-intercept is the same, they're not parallel.
They are, but they overlap. So they're the same line, technically. They are considered slope, but they're a special case. They will overlap, right? Which is going to be the same line. We call them, they're the same line. Okay? If they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, they're going to overlap, right? Okay, let's work on question number 3. Do you remember the kind of second or third lesson that we did where we had to go from the standard form to the slope y-intercept form, and you guys all hated me for that? We're gonna have to do the same thing. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay, so let's read the question and let's start a new page. So write each equation in y-intercept form, then state which equations are parallel. You can't tell if the equations are parallel unless you actually put them in the slope y-intercept form. Okay? Remember the slope y-intercept form is y equals what? Okay, so you have to isolate for the y. Do you guys remember that? Where you had to leave y by itself on one side and move everything else to the other side? Okay, let's do the first question together. So you guys have to read that to me. So 2x minus. Is it question number 3? Okay. So 2x minus 4y plus 7 equals 0. So remember that my goal is to write them in terms of y equals mx plus b. Okay? So I have to isolate for the letter y. So basically, you're going to leave this here and then move everything else to the other side. Okay? So, what should I move to the other side? The 2x and the 7. If I move the 2x to the other side, what does it become? Negative, because it's a positive already. Okay? If I move the 7 to the other side, what does it become? Negative, because it's a positive. So again, so I'm moving this over, and I'm moving this over. So the negative 4y is going to stay where it is. That's going to be negative 2x minus 7. Are we okay with this? Now, remember, I want y by itself, and I want to get rid of that negative 4 that's in front of the y. What's happening between the negative 4 and the y? Multiplication. To get rid of multiplication, what do I do? What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So that means I have to multiply each term by negative 4. So if I want to do that, then that's going to be y equals 2. Can you guys tell me what happens with negative 2 divided by negative 4? Since they're both negative, what does it become? Positive. And 2 over 4 is a half. And then this is going to be positive 7 over 4. I can't simplify this, so I leave it as 7 over 4. Okay? What? What didn't you get?
2.25.
Yeah, but if you write it, you can write it as 2.25, but I don't have to. I can leave it as 7 over 4. The only time I want it in decimal is when I want to graph, so I know where it is. Okay? But in the equation, I can leave it as 7 over 4. Doesn't matter.
I just don't understand that part, but it's okay because I get it this way.
Okay. So if you write it as a half x plus 2.25, I'm okay with that. That's what you got, Jessica? When you did 7 over 4? What do you get when you did 7 over 4?
I did 7 over 4. Why did you do 7 over 4?
What should it be then? Well, it shouldn't be 7 over 4 anyway. It should be 2.25.
I moved both of them, which was minus 2 minus 7.
Yeah?
And then you get 4 minus 4y, and then you over minus 9,
Why minus 9 though?
because that was minus 2 minus 7.
But I can't add the negative 2x and the minus 7 because they're not like terms. Yes? So what you're doing here is when you had the negative 4y equals to negative 2x minus 7, these two, I can't add them together because they're not like terms. Yeah?
But I did, and I got the same answer.
So what's 7 over 4? I didn't do that on the calculator, and I don't think it's 2.25. 1.75? No, you can leave it as 7 over 4. Okay, so this is this is A. Okay? You're going to have to do the same thing for B, C, and D. And then you're going to determine which two equations are parallel. So I'm going to give you guys time to isolate, and I'm going to get some of you to come and write this on the board for me.